Windmill tactic is one of the most satisfying tactics in chess. In essential, it is tactic in which a combination of discovered checks, usually by the rook and the bishop, you can win a massive amount of material. As I said, it can be very satisfying tactic to deliver, but if you fall into this kind of trap, you will probably want to quit chess. However, if you would feel better, even GM sometimes fall for this trap, and not only grandmasters, but world chess champion also. Emanuel Lasker was a German chess player who was world chess champion from 1894 until 1921, full 27 years, which was the longest time at any official recognized world chess championship in history. But he falls into this kind of trap also. We will check that game, and our second game will be game of Robert Fischer, who makes a masterpiece at only age of 13. It is famous Fischer game of the century. But before we look at those two games, we will see one example of windmill tactic. This is one example of the windmill tactic. It is from the Gotham Chess YouTube channel and his video, and the tactic goes like this. We open up the scour attack with the bishop, and the king has no square but to g8 and h8, and we goggle up all of his pieces. We give check, queen goes to the corner, we pick up the bishop, king goes back, we give another check, king goes to the corner because he has no options. We pick up the pawn, king goes back, we give check, king goes to the corner, and then we pick up the queen. But this windmill tactic has one flaw, and we will get back on it at the end of the video. This is one of the best examples of the chess windmill tactic. Here we have a game where Emanuel Lasker was black and white was Carlos Torre, and white had his bishop pinned to the queen. Looked like he's gonna lose the piece, but in next couple of sequences of move, this game was so good that it got the name of the Mexican immortal. Torre plays bishop to f6 and offers his full queen to the Lasker. Lasker have to take it because he don't have better options, so he did, and he got into the windmill. And now Carlos Torre started to collect material, give the check, and Lasker must go to the g8 because he have no options, and he got checked again. He must go to the edge of the board, and then Torre collect his bishop. Lasker goes to the g8, he got another check and goes to the corner of the board. Here Torre could took the a7 pawn, but he didn't want to open up the rook, so he gave a check from the other side, and Lasker must go to the h7, and he lost his queen. Okay, he got the bishop back, but position was overwhelming for white because he was free pawn up and he easily win the game at the end. Next example is Fischer famous game of the century against Donald Byrne. In this position, Fischer played bishop to e6, offering his whole queen to his opponent. His opponent accepts it and only fall into the Fischer windmill. He got checked and he must play queen to g1 in this position, and Fischer give him check. He must go to the f1, and Fischer collect his pieces, and Donald Byrne must play king to f1, king to g1, while Fischer took his pieces. He got another check, queen f1, attack the rook, queen to g1 again, and then Fischer decided to take his bishop. Donald Byrne must put his queen out of the line of fire, so he plays queen to b4, but only to get attacked by Fischer, and then he hit the Fischer's pawn on the b6. Here Fischer hit the Donald rook on d1, and in this position Donald later said that he understood that he was completely losing, but he didn't want to ruin the masterpiece of the Fischer, who was only 13 years at the time. We will get back from the video for the first example of the windmill tactic. It is the bottom chest example of the windmill, and in this position it is an example how white can goggle up all those black's pieces, but here actually black has potential to get out the windmill tactic. You probably see it. It is a simple rook to f6 move, and after white collects the rook, white goes here and loses the queen, and it is completely lost position, but it's not the windmill tactic. And in this video it was short. Actually nobody commented about it, and I was thinking why is it, but probably everybody just wants to enjoy the show and not overthink it.